9 months after it took office, the John Briceño administration is embarking on a strategic approach that they feel will attract the kinds of investment that can restore Belize's economic health. And the plan entails introducing Belize's first National Investment Summit. It bears the theme, Belize, Open for Business. And a part of that strategy is to reduce the amount of bureaucratic procedures investors have to go through before actually being able to establish a business in Belize.
We can't have a system of bureaucracy where the likely response is a no rather than a yes. We have to look at how we foster, how we facilitate activity, economic activity. And to do that, we have to first show that, yes, Belize is open for business.
Opening up to foreign investment is also expected to improve the current unemployment rate, another key component in restoring Belize's fragile economy. Accompanying these steps were the tough decisions that government has had to take, says Minister of State in the Ministry of Finance, Economic Development and Investment, Chris Koyi. But now the fruits of those decisions are already beginning to bear, starting the beginning of the second quarter this year.
We are pleased to say that in that second quarter, led by agriculture and not far behind by tourism, we have been able to experience an economic growth of over 20%, more specifically around 22%. So our turnaround has been rapid. We as an economy are roaring back. The first 6 months of this year now, we have grown over 6%.
Koyi says that the government's recovery plan has even outdone the IMF prescription.
Now the IMF, in our conversations, in their staff report, in their projections, projected less than 2% growth for the Belizean economy for 2021. We're already triple that amount.
But in addition to the cutbacks, the effort Belize makes in attracting investment is the other part of the economic equation. Our ranking in the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business Index nears the very bottom. It is a status that the government wants to change, Koyi said. He highlighted some of the steps being taken to divert much-needed dollars to our shores.
Some of those areas include trade license reform. I believe that was just recently approved, and that has the support of the business sector. Stamp duty reform, exchange control reform, and lands reform. We are at present looking at modernizing the company's registry and our company's law. Starting a business in Belize can take us, on average, roughly 6 weeks. And the cost of starting a business in Belize is almost prohibitively expensive.
But while the plan is to open up for business, how do we filter out the undesirables who are equally appreciative of this initiative?
When an application comes in, or even when there's an engagement between government and a private entity, the due diligence checks on these shareholders, sometimes it's difficult to actually sift through all the network of corporations that exist and shareholder on top of shareholder to actually get to the natural owner of a company, but it's done. It's done. It's a complex issue. It requires specific skills and sometimes coordination with other international authorities, because it's done mostly with international investors. But there is that check through Interpol and also the Financial Intelligence Unit.
As part of the broad-based approach to welcome new business to shore, Prime Minister Briceño is scheduled to visit Mexico next month, where he is expected to promote the initiative. Marion Ali for News 5.